So for this lesson or part of the lesson, we're going to be working with the equations of circles. So we're going to be working with equation of circles. This is the general form, which is pre-cal, and our standard form is what we saw in Math 2. The first two examples that we're going to do are going to be Math 2 review, so you remember how to use them. And then the last one will be our general form. So it says find the equation of the circle whose graph passes through the point -2, 3 and has a center of 0, 0. So this is our center, which is 0, 0, which is our h and k. And this is one of the points on the circle, which is -2, 3. That's going to be our x and y. This is going to be our standard form equation that we learned in Math 2. We're going to substitute in our values and to find our r, which is our radius. So we know that x is -2. We know that h is 0. We're going to square that. Our y is 3. Our k is 0 squared. And we're going to find r squared. So this becomes -2 squared plus 3 squared equals r squared. We have 4 plus 9 equals r squared. Then we get that 13 is equal to r squared. This is what we're trying to find. It's good to know that r is square root of 13, but what we need is r squared because we're trying to write the equation of a circle. So we know the equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared is equal to our r squared, which r squared is 13. So this is the equation of this circle that has a center of 0, 0 and passes through the point -2, 3. For this problem, they gave us, they said to find the equation of a circle again, but this time they gave us the diameter. It has one endpoint at 5, 3 and one at -3, 5. Which didn't give us a center. And we need the center because that's going to be our h and k. So what you could do is, because you have the diameter and you want to find the middle point, which is our center, use the midpoint formula. One of the ways that I find the midpoint is very easy. Basically, you get your 2 points and you add them together and divide by 2. And that will give you your midpoint, which will become your center of the circle. So, you're basically adding up your x's and divided by 2, and you're adding up your y's, which is the midpoint formula. It's just this is a little bit more organized. So -3 plus 2 plus 5 is 2. 5 plus 3 is 8. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So that means our midpoint is 1, 4, which means also that our center is 1, 4. So that is our center. Now that means we have our h and k. And you could use either -3, 5 or 5, 3. I used 5, 3 as my x and y. So now what we're going to do is we're going to substitute in our values in here to find our r squared. We know that x is 5. We know that h is -4, going to be 4 because we're substituting in our values. Our y is 3 minus our k. Oops, I put the wrong k. Sorry, our h is 1, not 4. And then our k is 4. So we're going to have 5 minus 1 is 4 squared. 3 minus 4 is -1 squared is equal to r squared. We get 16 plus 1 equals r squared. We get 17 is r squared. So this is what we need, which means we're going to use that r squared and we're going to use our center. Since our center is not 0, 0, 0, 0, so our center is going to be 1, 4. We're going to use that because that's going to be our h and k. So we are going to have that our equation of a circle is going to be x minus 1 squared plus y minus 4 squared is equal to our r squared, which is 17. And this is our equation of a circle that passes through the center 1, 4 and has 0.53. So for this problem says, find the equation of a circle whose graph passes through the point 2, 4, -3, 1, and -6, 8. So we're going to be using now this equation, which is going to be the general form of a circle that we use in pre-cal. And just like yesterday, we are going to write a system of equation for each x and y coordinate and each order pair. So we have 1, 2, 3 order pairs. That means we're going to have a system of equation with 3 equations. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to plug in 2, 4 into our equation, into our general form, and we're going to get that equation. One's going to be 2d plus 4e plus 5 equals negative 20. Then we're going to plug in our negative 3, 1 into our equation, and we're going to get that equation 2 is going to be negative 3, negative e plus f equals negative 10. And finally, we're going to get that our final equation is going to be, for negative 6a, it's going to be negative 6d plus ae plus f is equal to negative 100. So now we have a system of equations here. And now we could use those 3 equations to get rid of a variable. So I'm going to use equation 1 and equation 2 first to get rid of a variable. So I'm going to have this, and I'm going to get rid of f so I don't have to multiply anything since they're opposites of each other. And I'm going to get them a equation A is going to be 5d plus 5e equals negative 10. Then I'm going to use equation 2 and 3 and do the same thing. And now I'm going to get, the f's are also going to cancel, and I'm going to get my equation B is going to be 3d minus 9e equals 90. So now I have those 2 equations. And then I'm going to use those 2 equation A's and B to get rid of another variable. And I'm going to multiply equation A by negative 3 to get negative 15d minus 15e minus equals 30. And I'm going to multiply equation B by 5, and I'm going to get 15d minus 45e equals 450. Work it out, and I get that e is negative 8. Then I'm going to use that information to find my other variables. So that means I could now use E and plug it into my equation B here and work it all out to get my D, which is 6. Now that I have E and D, I can now find F by plugging into one of my original equations. In this case, I chose equation 1 right here to plug it in, and I got that F was 0. Now that I have that, I have my D variable, my E variable, and my F variable. Now I have everything that I need to write my equation, which my final equation will be x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus y is equal to 0. And that is going to be my general form of a circle.